The Human Settlements Minister Lindiwe Sisulu is expected to visit the Masiphumelele informal settlement. That's in Cape Town. She'll be accompanied by officials from the Western Cape Provincial Government who are set to return to that informal settlement. Now, a devastating fire left thousands of residents destitute with nothing but the clothes on their backs in December. The delegation will evaluate the already erected temporary structures and hand them over to beneficiaries. Now, during her visit last month, Sisulu promised to find a permanent solution to the community's housing problems. Our reporter Nasiphi Same is in Masiphumelele awaiting the minister's arrival. Let's speak to her now. Nasiphi, a very good afternoon to you. And behind you there, I can still see the devastation, Nasiphi, although people have clearly tried to rebuild. Talk to us about this permanent solution that the minister has promised. Have you seen any evidence of it?
Well, Oli, people haven't started rebuilding, as this piece of land that we're standing on, which is called the wetland area here in Masiphumelele, it has been guarded by private security as government officials have removed the debris here. We do understand that the temporary houses, while people are waiting for their permanent solution, some of them will be placed here. And onto my right, I don't know if my cameraman will be able to show you the temporary houses that government will be putting in the fire victims while they wait for that permanent solution. And you touched on the permanent solution, which is government saying that they will be addressing the housing development in the area. And just last month, or the last time the minister was here, that put forward April 2021, that is when people will be starting to move into their homes. But I am joined by one of the community leaders to talk to us about the update regarding these temporary houses and also this permanent solution that the minister has put on the table.
I think the first thing that I must say, there is a progress, but we are not happy with the progress. The pace in which the progress is going is very slow. We were expecting that at least by now, remember the fire took place on the 17th of December. The people who have been outside their homes, sleeping under the skies. That is basically a violation of human rights, by the way. So now we are here today. We have these temporary structures, there are 10 of them that are being given to the community by the government as a way of showing up that the government is doing something. But we're not happy. That we can say. One, these temporary structures in where they are placed now is not the place where originally we agreed that the temporary structures will be placed at the sport field. But the government came to us. In fact, after we took to the street on the 29th and the 30th of December, after the government was silent, gave us a silent approach, not responding to us, we took to the street. Then the city of Cape Town came on board through its official by the name of Tania, and they said, no, everything is going to be done, but we've realized that they want to bring back people to the land where they were banned, and we're not in agreement with that, because our initial agreement was that this place is a wetland, and our people will be moved from here. And now the government has built again to the place, and we're worried about the winters.
Look, let's talk about some people saying that they feel like, or rather the fire victims saying that they feel like they're caught in the middle of a political battle, taking into account the slow progress that you talk of and the lack of communication from the various government spheres.
Yes, indeed. That we have observed. Firstly, we have observed as a leadership that there is a political battle between the spheres. One will remember that it's different organizations that govern the city. At the national level is the ANC, you have the DA at the provincial level, and at the municipality. And always we know, as a leadership, the attitude of the city of Cape Town towards ourselves as the residents of Masiphumelele. And we've realized that there are some disagreements between them and the national department.
Look, let's talk about these houses. Some people are saying that in 2011, when they were part of the 8,000 people that were affected by the fire, a government had promised them a permanent solution, which was houses, but yet they're back here again in 2020, facing the same promises from government.
Yes, we are aware of that. We know 2011 was bad to everyone, but people are still here. There are some houses that were built by the provincial government, which doesn't even take 1,000 people out of that 8,000 of then. Remember, it was 2011, and how many people now one would imagine that they are waiting, they are in the waiting list. So the scale and the pace in which the government is delivering the houses is very slow, and it's a concern, and it's a frustration, by the way, not only a concern but a frustration to the residents of Masiphumelele.
Let's also talk about the leadership. Where are they? And what is the communication as part of the forum steering the community, or rather liaising with government officials and the community regarding the process? What is the update regarding that?
Today we are here. We are told that the minister is coming here. There were different information, different times that are given to us. We were given 12 o'clock yesterday. This morning we were given 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but they haven't sent us a formal program, meaning which the leadership is unaware of what is really happening. What role are we playing in this regard as a leadership? Our members, that is the leadership, are sitting somewhere where usually we gather, and there's no one communicating with us up until now.
Look, the minister last year said that she is injecting about 200 million into this permanent solution, which is houses for these fire victims. Do you believe that by April, people will be moving into their homes?
The last meeting we had with the minister, we were told that the money that is being pumped in total now, including the temporary solution, is 150 million rands, and we're told that the process or the project now of building those houses will take up from 8 months to 9 months, so meaning which is no longer April, and we are concerned that the winter will come and the people will be here and it will be wet, there will be floods here. So we are calling the government to speed up the process so that our people can get a better life in time.
Lunga, many of the victims are still seeking refuge with family and friends, and temporary shelter up until now had not been provided. How are they feeling about the minister's visit and the TRAs that have been provided?
Oh yes, when the minister came, there was a lot of hope that the process will be fast tracked and the people will get shelters, and even ourselves as a leadership, we thought it's gonna be something that will be very quick. Remember, the plan was presented to us on the 22nd of December, and we had an agreement with the National Rapid Response Task Team that the people must get shelter on the 24th at least, so that they can have Christmas having shelters. So really now people are not happy. Hence I'm saying that we, even ourselves as a leadership, we are not happy with the pace in which the government is running.
And the solution going forward for the broader community of Masiphumelele, which we know is indeed a fire-prone community with a lack of housing development, how do you think government should move forward in terms of addressing that particular issue?
What we have realized is that there is no proper plan for this community. Or one can say there is no political will. There is no political will to engage first the community on the housing issue, because it's not that as residents we don't have solution. We do have solution as to what should be done, but the only thing that we don't have is money. The money resides with government. So if the government can sit with us on a round table and we present our plan and our thinking, I think things can be better and things can run fast, because there is land here, but there is land that the city of Cape Town doesn't want to talk about. Even the National Department of Human Settlement is not aware about other pockets of land that are in Ward 69, by the way, where we are as a resident of Masiphumelele.
Thank you so much. That is Lunga, one of the community leaders here, giving us an update as to from when the fire actually occurred on the 17th of December and thousands of families losing all they had, and what is going on, what has happened up until now, and basically saying that the fight between the different spheres of government actually leaves the people on the ground that have been affected by the fires here in Masiphumelele with a lot of question marks regarding the permanent houses and the date moving back from April, when last month when the minister said people will be moving in by April, and now we hear that there will be a delay and people will only be moving in about eight months' time. A lot of question marks, and obviously the leadership has a lot of questions and answers, or rather demanding many answers from government officials regarding the residents of Masiphumelele that have been affected by the December fires.